Hello and welcome to the last round here. Say hello and good luck to our opponent. We actually not gonna mulligan this, but you know, we forgot to see when this was, and we actually are down 2 minutes and a half, which for me usually isn't an issue anyway. We'll see what our opponent plays. He's black, or he seems to be black. The question is, what do I want to do here? Do I want to round Weathered Wayfarer? I don't think I do. I probably want to level this up and just, start smashing. Weathered Wayfarer might become useful later on, but at this point it isn't. I think I want to keep making my land drops just, to be able to play better Skull eventually. My opponent seems to be 3 colors, or at least 3 colors. He might be playing more. He can't have this figure because previous opponent already discarded that. I think my round 1 opponent did. And that is something you also have to keep in mind while playing Cube. Is what your opponents actually played, and what you yourself have in your sideboard and in your deck, because other people can't actually have those cards, which just makes it a bit more easier for you to identify cards and know what your opponent does or does not have. Let's see what to draw. We draw an Xsplit, which we can't actually cast. We are gonna play a land here just because of Better Skull. I played out Weathered Wayfarer, just, it's still a good card. It hits for damage. And my opponent is gonna be on the back foot because of Friction Arena. He could be playing stuff like Braids. I haven't seen that yet. Friction Arena usually goes with that. No clue why he plays Breeding Pool. And if he plays Braids, I mean, Weathered Wayfarer is just gonna wreck his face. Because, discard land. Get rid of a land. He does Mind Twist. That's a pretty brutal card. And actually, I kept the best card in hand because I just did. Well, attack here, we won't use top yet. Top is a great way to recover from getting Mind Twisted. The fact with Friction Arena, he's actually gonna die pretty soonish to this, so he has to have an out here, or he loses. He only played 2 cards in the very first 4 turns. I only played 3, but I'm definitely winning. So he splashes a lot. He plays Liliana. I'm gonna look at the top cards and see what I have. I have the land if I want it. I have the swords if I want it. The problem is that I do not have the discard. I'm gonna put a land on top, but it doesn't actually matter. If it makes me sacrifice a creature, it's a Weathered Wayfarer that goes. So yeah, that goes. We are gonna draw the land then. Attack him, by the way, because it makes no sense to be attacking the Liliana here. He can only make stuff like discard, and that actually doesn't work out that well for him, because I do not have any cards left in my hand. He's dead next turn to any of these 2 creatures, so he has to have an out to both here. And even if he does, he's still dead in 3 turns. I mean, Upheaval works, I guess. Grave Titan. How do I play around Grave Titan? I can plow it. He discards. An island, okay. So I'm gonna draw Swords to Plowshares here. I know that for certainty. I think I then look at the top 3, hope to draw Cryptic Command and win the game. Instead, it's a bunch of garbage. I am gonna draw the Visions and suspend it. And I am gonna Swords to Plowshares the Grave Titan. Then I'm gonna go to declare attackers. Still attack him. He's gonna have to start doing things about this. And he does. If he makes me sacrifice his germ, because you know Bear Skull is reusable, especially if I just drop it on the student. I did give him life though, so Friction Arena is just gonna be that much better now. But he's still under a lot of pressure. Making me sacrifice isn't gonna do it. Or, yeah, it's not gonna do it. I can play top, switch it, drop a land, and then re-equip. I'm not sure if I want to do that. It depends what it does with this Liliana. I obviously want to... yeah. I'm not sure if I keep top in hand or replay it. I think replaying it is fine because I make a land drop. And making a land drop is actually viable. Let's see what he does here. Mirror Battlesphere, that's really good. It's not gonna win him the game though, but I mean, if he can play haymakers like this every single turn, I am gonna start losing this. So yeah, just because of the land drop, I'm gonna draw here, and then equip Better Skull on this card, and then attack for it with it. I mean, it has Vigilance first strike anyway, and lifelink. I mean, it's a monster of a card. The problem is that he's drawing 2 cards every single turn. If I didn't kill, like if it didn't Source Splasher the Grave Titan, I'm curious what would have happened. He could have made himself sacrifice. No, that doesn't work. I'm not sure if his clock would have been fast enough. So he has to have another removal here, or something really big. Nicol Bolas. So this is the opponent that plays Nicol Bolas. I'm not sure what he's gonna do. He's probably gonna go gain control of this. Yep. I can return Better Skull back to my hand, so it's not a biggie. And I'm not sure if I can raise a 12-point clock. Oh, it's not 12, it's 7, it's 10. So I'm on a 3-turn clock here. He's on a 6-turn clock. He has Nicol Bolas, which you know is really strong. Sister of Visions isn't gonna do this. Destroy target non-creature permanent for plus. Come on, man. How broken isn't that card? Cryptic Command won't do it. Dungeon Geist. Let's think about this. What do I want to draw next turn? Dungeon Geist locks down this, but the problem is Nicol Bolas. He can just gain control of it. I think I want to return Better Skull this turn, then draw the Dungeon Geist. I just want to slow him down so he dies to the arena. I actually should have played to that out previously and not Source Supply Shards, I think. But you know, only a card like Grave Titan also kills that. So let's return this to hand. Some, yeah, we are having some issues here. Can't even play Exalted Angel now. Well, I can because there's a plane waiting beneath it. But you know, Nicol Bolas will just get that back. Nicol Bolas can also kill Better Skull. It can gain control of, man. The fact that it gains control of Dungeon Geist, but it still keeps this tapped. Yeah, Nicol Bolas is a really hard card to beat. And yeah, this is GG. I can't even play to him out now. So the fact that he plays really heavy costing cards, Days just made it in. Don't see any way that these others are good enough. Withered Wayfarer seems really bad. Don't think, well, Dust Bowl is actually really punishing against a deck like his. So probably better than Maze of it. Yeah, let's try it. He's also a pretty late game deck. But holy shit, Nicol Bolas. Card is so sick. I know I could have picked it. I probably should have. Hindsight 2020, right? Obviously I want to play first. Yes, I would like to mulligan that hand. Yes, I would like to mulligan this hand. No, I'm not gonna mulligan this. We have double counter. This is a pretty shitty hand though. I mean, we only have 5 cards, so it's obvious that it's shitty. It's not like we had other options. Our very first hand was doable, but I think this hand is actually a bit better. Yes, I will pay 2 life, cause fuck you. I mean, previous opponent, when I bluffed counterspell, they didn't even play around it, which was really odd. I mean, Journey stops Grave Titan and stuff like that, but it might not be good enough. We are drawing a bunch of lands, which I actually like. Most people are like, yeah, I don't want to draw lands. But without lands, I would never, be able to get even close to this game. Awakening Zone is fine. I'll let it resolve. It obviously plays around days, but unless he has something really good that pumps everything. Drawing Elspeth there is pretty good. I have to tap out for it a single turn though. But I mean, I don't see himself with 5 mana playing a creature that's strong enough that I have to... Yeah, I can Journey whatever creature he plays, or I can Daze if he taps out. And then the turn after I have Counterspell up. Hymn to Thorak. Okay, so we keep Counterspell, which is actually really good. But we lose Daze and Journey. Man, this guy's deck is so strong. Maelstrom Pulse, yeah, whatever. Seriously. This guy's deck is really sick. I mean, he has no. I mean, Hymn to Thorak, Mind Twist, Hymn to Thorak, Maelstrom Pulse. Maelstrom Pulse is just a 1-for-1, but him is really good. Then of course Nicol Bolas. I mean, he drafted for it. He highly picked stuff like Signets and Dual Land just because of that. Graveworm Muse. Yeah, let's let it resolve. I know we probably can't win, but I want to, keep the counter spell for Nicol Bolas and keep the Terminus for all the rest. The problem is I just can't win at this point. I think he has a bunch of card advantage. He is a really late game deck. I already lost value on double mulligan, then double him. I think my deck was fine though. But yeah, some things played out a bit different than I liked. And in a game that's dependent on matchups and draws, you tend to lose some because of those. If he attacks, I insta-block. If he plays another creature, I'm happy. He plays Air Boss. It's always indestructible, but that's actually pretty good for me that it's a creature. So I'm not gonna counter it. All I need now is to draw another land. Which is not Maze of It. Come on, land. Land. Actually, one of the best lands I could have drawn, because it also takes care of his mana base next turn. Whoops. Airburst goes down. The Great Equalizer. So as I said, this is actually really good because I can take care of the Underground Sea. All I have to do now is that one of his 2 cards in his hand is not Nicol Bolas, because he actually has the mana for it. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, it's Liliana. That's actually just as bad. So he gets the Chivalry, so suddenly my Dust Bowl loses value. But I think I have to... Like, he's just top decking as much as I am, but he has Liliana in play, so he usually wins this game. Because even, like, none of my creatures have great value. And I don't think I can draw any card that instantly gets me out of this mess. Like, since the Divine Top is probably the best card I can draw here. But fighting through Liliana without having any removal for it. I have no Oblivion Ring, no Fate's Feathers. Compulsive Research is a really great draw for him. Because it draws in 3 cards and then, you know, usually discards a land. Yep, there goes the land. This does mean he usually doesn't use Liliana. What is this? Now he's gonna use Liliana because, you know, Grave Titan. No, Mirror Battlesphere. So I can draw a Catastrophe. That's about it. If I don't draw a Catastrophe right here, I think I just concede. Yeah, okay, so let's say GG, well played. And a Happy New Year, of course. Anyways, thanks for watching, even though it was a disappointing result. And I'll see you guys for the next Cube Draft. Have a great New Year as well.